Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. As you can see, I'm in a little bit of a different setting today, not in the usual place in my room. I thought I'd switch it up today since I wanted to try a new setting, some new lighting, and just try some new things out. In today's video, I kind of wanted to take the topic away from literature, books. I know previously in other videos that I've done, I've mainly talked about one book and centered the topic of the video around that book, whether it be the philosophy the book's surrounded by, the ideas, or whatnot. Now, I want to center today's video around our mind. I know that's a very broad topic, but primarily our thoughts in our mind, if that makes sense. Just to give you a little bit of history, last year, especially this time of year for me, was really bad. I was not the best mentally, I was not in the best mental position. I wasn't sort of happy with life, and I know I made a video on happiness earlier, but even the sense of peace, that sense of peace I never had and never thought I would have. And this could be stemmed from a multitude of reasons, but I think the main thing then that caused this sort of bad position for me mentally was my thoughts. Now, it's so important to understand that you're the one curating your own thoughts. Anything can happen in your life, good or bad, but the way you process it, the way you absorb the information sort of, or the situation that's happening, is purely in your hands. And the worst sort of thing can happen to you, and even though it may be hard to process, controlling the way you process the sort of situation and your emotions is in your hand. And I do realize that this is quite a stoic way of thinking about it, but I kind of wanted to share my own experiences. Primarily during this time, I was a very, very negative thinker. Whether it be the smallest things or any situation really, I'd always expect the worst. The idea of being grateful for things sounded really unimportant to me, and I'd take everything with a pinch of salt if it's good, and if anything was bad, I'd make it the center of my world and blame everything, my mood, my mental state on that bad situation. All these negative emotions, I was fostering them so much and implementing them in my sort of brain so much that it became the comfort to me. Being happy, being at peace seemed kind of foreign to me because I treated my mind so much to making these negative emotions so common that anything other than something being negative just seemed odd. And as I mentioned earlier, you really start to underappreciate many things, even the smallest things in life, and you kind of lose the passion or the desire of living, if that makes sense. In the past few years, I've had a quite nihilistic way of viewing life, and while I kind of started to understand philosophy, nihilism, and all these other aspects of philosophy very recently, but very recently, a couple months ago, I didn't really know what nihilism was, and I thought I was the only person feeling this way. My whole thought surrounded by the fact that if we're gonna die, why live in the first place? Why go through so much hardship, do things that you don't want to do when we all know that we're gonna die anyway? And it seems so futile to me. It seems so pointless to go through all these hardships when your fate is secured for you anyway. We're ultimately going to end up dead. I kind of put these thoughts to the back of my head, and while they used to peek out every once in a while, I used to just shove them back and just carry on living my life. And this was really unhealthy because I didn't think about death as something that could actually happen. Like, I knew it could happen, but I just didn't want to fathom it. And this was bad because every experience to me basically became meaningless since I knew it was going to end anyway. Now this, as well as all the negative emotions and sadness and anger that I was kind of cultivating, really put me in a bad mental state. The cause of this sort of nihilistic view of life derived from these negative thoughts. I used to just curse at everything. Anything bad that was thrown at me, I used to say, why is this happening to me? Why is this not happening to anyone else? What have I done to deserve this? And later on I realised that's not the way I was supposed to process things. Now, even though I said last year was a bad place for me mentally, these thoughts had germinated since I was maybe 14, 15 years old, and they've just been growing and growing ever since, and I just didn't know where it would grow to. But the mental place I'm in right now is so much better than where it was about a year ago and how it has been for the last few years. I think that's due to a few reasons. The main thing is controlling your thoughts, as I mentioned earlier. Now, things can be thrown at you, whether you like it, whether you expect it or not, but being able to process it and being able to sort of manipulate your thoughts to make the best out of every situation is what really helped me get out of that slump. Because what is important to understand, your feelings, your emotions, your life is a mirror of your thoughts. I truly believe in the law of manifestation. To manifest things is something that is truly scary, almost. Changing your mindset to truly believe that this event will happen or this will happen is something I never believed in before, but after trying it a couple of times, it is scarily worked out to be true. But putting sort of manifestation aside, I kind of want to go on the mindset that manifestation centers around, and that is believing. I completely changed my mindset a couple months ago, in a time period where I realized if I had the same mindset, it would have been a very dark place for me. But I'm so glad that this shift in mindset altered the way I viewed life in a way. Because life for me was no longer this long, winding path to the same gloomy fate. It was a path that we explored, if that makes sense. Even though our life may have the same ending, we don't know the journey that we may take. And processing this really helped me eliminate my nihilistic view of life and embrace the uncertainties as well as the experiences that we may have throughout our life. Changing every negative thought I had to positive ones and ones that I could gain and grow is something that really helped me. Instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? Why is it happening to only me? I shifted my mindset into thinking, okay, this is happening to me. How can I, tackle this issue? How can I grow out of this slump I'm in? How can I fix what's going on here? And changing that, mindset of giving up and just accepting what's being thrown at you to changing it to something that's, counteractive, trying to tackle it, trying to build, trying to grow is so important. Thinking positively really made me appreciate the small intricacies of life like I never experienced or appreciated before. Having that growth mindset, having this constructive mindset that I had developed for myself was really proving to be beneficial. I started enjoying to live life, which I never really had that before. Because previously, as I mentioned, I just felt like I was walking down the path that everyone else is walking down to achieve this same fate. But what I understood is that while everyone's destination may be the same, everyone's journey is not, and you don't know what your journey is. I think truly being able to experience your own journey, not knowing what it holds for you, and whatever comes at you, you turn it around and grow from the experiences that you've had. It's something that is vital for everyone to use. So if you're watching this and you're in the same position of thinking in a very nihilistic way, thinking life's meaningless, trust me, I've been there too, and it is not a nice place. I really do understand that, but the best way to go forward is find some meaning. This could be a hobby, this could be academics, it could be literally anything you want. Go out there, find something. Don't make yourself the victim of your own troubles. You want to grow from what you're experiencing and what's being thrown at you, and I believe that is the true way of self-confidence.